Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 90. We're 10 away from 100, guys.
Couldn't wait 2 more minutes for DA to get here because
No.
he's literally walking up the stairs right now.
Nope, we got a schedule to keep that we never keep.
No, we don't. We don't ever keep the schedule.
We don't.
It's technically 10:31.
It's 10:30 somewhere.
No, it's not. That's not the possibility.
It's legitimately not, too. Like, what the hell? What?
That would mean someone is in the world is literally a minute behind us.
There are some time zones that are really fucking weird, though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but not a literal minute. No.
Some of them are. Like, maybe not a minute, but, like, some are really obscure, weird numbers, like, under 10 minutes.
Obscure time zones.
Yeah. Look it up. I'm not joking.
But
This
a
sounds
few
like
zones
one of
are-
those
okay,
things
there
that
are
nobody
a
cares
few.
about.
A few zones in which are offset by 30 or 45 minutes. The lesser being the minimal of 30 minutes.
I could have sworn.
Not 1 to 10 or even 15, Mike. A full half hour.
All right. Google
You
foo.
can say it. You can say it, Mike. I was.
Incorrect.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, God.
Was
we're
that not the
here.
word you were thinking of? I don't know what word you were thinking of. I'm
Well,
sorry.
someone's gonna be saying them words later.
Oh, I'm excited. I know what that
don't
means. Oh, so
What the- He legitimately got unexcited.
it's like, oh.
Good man. Good job. Proud of that.
All right. So before we get to what the main thing that we're talking about, there's just a bunch of little things.
Yeah, one of those apparently time zones. That's where we are right now.
Yes, time zones.
It's better than our constant food discussion. Actually, it's not. The food discussions are awesome. I don't give a-
So, over the past like week and a half or so, I don't know why, I've seen a shit ton of custom license plates. Don't know why. Like,
Oh.
just driving around to work, I went.
When they say the Mick,
No.
then don't care.
Well, no. There was one that I
Oh,
had to
God.
write down because it's definitely
Does
like
it
a
say
game.
Be eating you.
No.
What was it?
Don't care.
You got
Thank you.
a letter of it correct.
God.
So there's just a bunch of random ones, but then on the way to work about a week ago, I was driving behind somebody, and I just went, "You fucking serious?" It is, the license plate was Dom DOM N8 U Dominate you.
Yay for him
Yeah.
or her. No
Yeah.
judgment.
You kink shaming on me?
I think it's exactly what he's doing, honestly.
I don't know, it just
Mike, how are you writing this down while driving behind somebody?
because I remembered it. And then wrote it after I stopped. Thank you very much.
Why would you need to write it down if you remember it? It's not a unforgettable license plate.
Because I have awful short-term memory. So I write down things just so I make sure to remember them a week
Your mind
later.
is going already.
Oh,
You're in your 20s, Mike.
yep. See, you're the only person I feel that has legitimacy in saying that to me, because Ralph's memory is shit, and DA's is spotty.
I have-
Sir. Examples. We've only talked about my bad memory in passing. Only myself and BG go, I got kind of a bad memory. Who remember we make Naruto A and B? BG ain't even remember that.
You know why? Because I blocked it out.
Doesn't matter. I remembered it. You didn't.
We
Raping too.
have
Wait, what the fuck?
dominate you. I remember he had a tattoo. No, we had episodes from the YouTube Editor's Perspective podcast where we have talked about it. It hasn't been a thing recently, but I know we've had podcasts where we both would talk about your shitty memory and Ralph's shitty memory.
I don't know if that was a joke or good. Good for you. Good for you. No,
But
Ralph's was way worse.
That without doubt.
He can remember the title of an episode.
I don't remember things I don't care about.
Good man.
Because my mind is constantly going.
Not good man.
No, it's torture.
Yeah,
I am
it
in
sounds it.
constant pain.
It sounds it.
So yeah, my memory isn't all that bad. If I care about something enough, I'll remember it. But if not, I'll just like, okay, yeah. Who?
Yeah, who? What?
Boy, I've been meeting people like, yeah, how you doing? Shake your head. Yeah, my name is such and such. I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, what was their name?
Are you
Oh.
serious?
Oh,
I am
and I'm
terrible.
like, oh boy, I can't even ask now.
Are you-
there?
I
Sport.
was just like, so do you spell that differently? Because I've known a person who spelled it. Nope, same way as everybody else. Perfect.
So is this
No
like
hits
passing?
there.
Is this like passing acquaintances or like people you've met multiple times?
People I've met multiple times.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
Gathering.
Like I'm bad with like
Gathering.
first learning names. Like I'm terrible with that, but not if I've met them more than twice, then I usually get it down.
I can
Nah,
remember.
Make me care about.
No.
Why should I remember your name?
I can
I'm
remember names.
pretty much the
after
same.
I can remember the name the first time after meeting them, but if a significant, even 2 weeks pass, and it feels like I'm never gonna meet you again, I will forget their
All
name
right,
instantly.
replace it.
Purge.
Like instantly, I'll see them.
It's like a folder.
Dude.
Recycle
Empty
bin.
cache, hard reload.
Yep.
It's just instant. New names come in, old names go out. Some names, I'm like, I don't remember them. I'll probably meet them 7 years from now, and I'll meet them 7 years from now, and I'll remember their name. Other people, I'm like, I'm never gonna meet you again, and then a week later, I see them, and I'm like, I don't remember your name at all.
It's been me at hotels, roommates. Like, yeah, my name is such and such. I'm like, okay, perfect.
Dude, that is sad.
Yeah. Cause it's mostly because I'm not paying attention. She's like, yeah, okay.
You know why? Because we don't care about people.
Just leave me alone.
Dude, oh
Bare
my
minimum.
God. I was coming from the movies, and this kid would not stop talking to me about thing. One, I had went and see Jumanji, and he was watching Black Panther, so he wanted to talk about Jumanji and Black Panther, and then he kept talking about bus schedules. Like he kept pulling up his phone, like, guess when this one stopped? Oh my Jesus! Oh my Jesus!
Like, shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
I wish that there was just some sort of button or a phrase where it's just like, I'm not being rude, but I'm simply not interested in this. I've said as much as I am contractually obligated by the commonality of our existence to
You said
use with
something
you.
to me. I responded in kind. You said something back. I responded with a chuckle or something.
Something
and then-
super non-committal.
And
Like,
transaction
that's
complete.
cool, man.
So
Like it's done.
was this kid one of those people that even with headphones on, they'll still try and talk to you?
That is my move. I move my headphones, either both or just one. One is like, I don't want to talk to you. I'll give you the one boy. They'll talk. I'll be, oh, okay. Right back on, and then they come back again 20 seconds later
That
with
is
more nonsense.
That is a pet peeve of mine where it's just like, you think just it's subtle enough. Well, no, that's not subtle. It's pretty apparent, but non-rude, being like, I want to be in my own place right now. This is why I put the headphones on, to listen to the thing that is in the headphones and not literally anything else.
Don't want to hear you.
The
Yeah.
conversation, sir. This conversation is ended, and we will go our separate ways. And that's
how it should be.
what we as society has decided how to end conversations with strangers.
But these
Headphones,
strangers just want to keep going. No.
Some people.
It's like to be. That's the same situation as when you give money to a homeless person. They're gonna keep coming back. You just have to stop it from the beginning. You never give them the time of day. You just
What?
keep ignoring it.
What? What kind of New York stalker homeless do you guys got?
Literally, I shit you not. It's like a staple here. Like you have to ignore their existence because if you acknowledge them, you talk to them, you even give them like a curt nod, they won't follow you. They will follow you. Be like, yo, man, my man, yo, can I just get a dollar, man? 50 cents, $1. I gotta get on a bus. Come on, could you help me out? Come on, man. You can hear me. I know you can hear me. Come on, man. I am dead serious.
Those homeless get me every time. Not every time. The people that say I need to catch the bus get me every time, even if they
Yeah.
don't need to. Because I feel like if there was ever a situation where I was stuck and I just needed that bus fare, I would
And you
want
gotta sit
somebody.
there and humble yourself to ask. You're like, yeah, I lost my wallet or whatever happened. You gotta be like, yeah, man, I know I hate asking. I've been asking all day. I would want someone to help me.
Exactly. So they always
And then they
get
just start
me.
walking right up the street like, bus back there, homie.
Yep, they never want the bus.
I
They
just
never
need
want the
$2
bus.
to catch the bus. Why is $1.50, $1.75 in transfer?
Yep.
Why you need two?
Oh, boy.
But it can't be helped. Like I would always want someone to help me. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So the only other like news tidbits. I don't know like what I would call this. Basically, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because I've had 2 to 4 posts shoved in my face by a certain King Brown. Apparently, Persona 5, Dancing with the Stars, whatever the fuck it's called.
Dancing with the Stars. Yep. Persona 5, Dancing with the Stars, or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Out in May. Buy it or whatever.
Is it going on sale? I don't know.
Whatever.
I just saw like 5. Apparently, new information came out just because I had like 5 new tweets just come into my feed, and I'm like, what?
Okay,
Oh.
okay. It's been a long day. I don't think that I actually retweeted any of them. No, I didn't.
Liked them.
Twitter's dumb. Yeah, they liked them, so I can't do anything about that. I'm liking them for me. If you're seeing them, that's Twitter's fault. I'm liking them for me. But yes, there is a lot of new shit. Okay, I guess we're talking about this. So, the last dance and Dancing All Night was
No, Dancing with the
everybody
Stars.
did-
Get it right.
Okay, I'm gonna time myself. I'm only gonna talk about this for 2 minutes because nobody cares. Let me.
I do care because there's also controversy surrounding it a little bit.
Oh?
Yes. So you can talk
Okay.
about it.
No, I'm going for exactly 2 minutes. So,
Yeah. Okay.
in the last dance of Dancing All Night, it's a big it's a big dance for everybody, and it starts off with 2 people, and it's Naoto and Kanji, and then they leave, and then 2 more people come and they leave, and then it's just everybody dancing. It's just so awesome because it's everybody else is one person here, 2 people come, but this is just everybody and they're all dancing. And it's awesome. So this new one, it's just like, okay, here's this song. It's a super good song. I can't remember what the song is. I can't look it up right now because I only got a couple minutes. It's a super good song, and all 4 girls are dancing. All 4, go. This is the song. Hey, guess what? All the dudes are dancing in one too. It's a boy band style. Go. And I'm like, that is the best. I want this right now. It's so amazing. Okay, I'm done. That's all. Okay. Ooh, did that in less than a minute. Perfect. Yeah. So
God damn.
you have no clue how
No clue.
hyped I am about this.
No clue.
If I had Dancing Star Night and Kingdom Hearts 3 in front of me right now, I'd throw Kingdom Hearts 3 into the night.
Wow.
Oh.
Legitimately.
Okay.
Wow.
Y'all really don't understand.
I have a little better understanding now.
I still don't understand, but I'm not going to, so it's fine.
So what is this controversy around the game? Or maybe I
they
won't
need
know
it.
because we can't hear the comp bros now. Da-da-da.
Hopefully
Plot
they didn't
twist.
drop.
No,
And
there we go.
Oh.
my big dumb foot knocked it out.
Okay. So what is
Yeah, and missed my entire joke.
Oh.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It was a laugh riot. It was probably joke of the year.
I was laughing.
Yeah, he's still laughing.
He's laughing.
Look at him. He's laughing.
All right.
So, what other controversy would there be except sexy costumes for the girls?
I agree. I saw the costume. I'm like, I don't.
Need it.
An and Makoto fine, but I don't want to see Haru Futaba. Come on now. That's the one thing. I'm not. If you can switch those out, I'm switching them out. That's like
What's
it's
wrong
this
with it?
weir's military BDSM. I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
come
it
on,
was
So is there
weird.
chill
sexy
out.
costume for the guys?
I certainly hope so.
I was gonna say like that'd be a little bit.
for the sake of diversity.
Yeah, that'd be more forgivable,
Literally,
but
literally.
you know.
We need Sarkeesian.
I defy you to spell her last name. I defy you.
How about her first name?
Oh, Anita is easy. I know a lot of Anitas, so
Ah.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm not feeling that, but you gotta get your otakus in there and your waifu people.
Yeah.
It's understandable, but I'm not digging it.
Haru's still best girl.
Far and away. It's not even a contest.
No, it's not. So stop making it, people, because you're wrong.
So guess going on the anime train. The Full Metal Alchemist live action movie OVA, whatever the fuck you want to call it, came out on Netflix.
Oh,
I have not
boy.
watched it, but I have seen scenes.
Oh,
And
boy.
boy, does it look stinky.
Oh, it's not good.
Why does it look stinky?
Like it just from the special effects and
I mean, it's a made-for-TV thingy.
yeah, but he still kind of wants some competency. And
Well, I mean, no, in a series that requires competent CG, it got subpar CG. It's a big failure. But to be
sorry.
fair, the entirety is a big failure. It's just not done good at all.
I'm sorry. Do you guys not realize how much I am dreading a live-action U.S. One Piece? And you want to come to
Ooh.
me because Full Metal Alchemist has subpar effects?
I don't think a live action One Piece is gonna happen in the relative
It's already in
future.
production, bruh.
No.
yeah.
It's already in production, bruh.
Oda himself was like, "Hey, don't worry, you guys. It's gonna be great."
Oh no.
So-
There's reports that it could be the highest
Budget.
costing TV series of all time.
Oh my.
For anime or in general?
No, period.
Jesus.
I would assume because of the filming on water. Filming on water is very expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that I find interesting though about the FMA thing is like most of the characters are supposed to be of like European,
German. It's
Germanic
almost entire
European
German
descent.
Yeah.
Besides like the Ishvalans, which are
Yeah.
yeah. So it's to me it was weird that it was a Japanese cast just in that regard.
Boy, I
The
had a
whitewashing
horribly-
dough. The Asian washing dough.
Yeah.
I was gonna say yellow washing, and it would have been awful.
Yeah.
But so that to me just kind of throws me off, and then just I watched like a side by side comparison of the scenes from the live action to the anime. I was just like, oh, this just makes it worse.
The scene with gluttony. Oh my god, the scene with gluttony.
I have not seen that one, but I've heard it just looks awful.
It is. It looks like a. It looks exactly like you'd picture a live action Kool-Aid Man's commercial looking. That is the most apt description I can make of it. No, hold on, I'm looking
That
this up.
just
Give me a
sounds
second.
wonderful, in the worst of ways, but just wonderful. The other thing that I saw was I finally saw the English Batman anime trailer, and
P-U-S-A.
Yeah. Talking about Stanky. Like, it's... the actors are doing the best they can, but just in general, just the premise and everything around it just seems awful.
But he's infallible, though.
To some. Not
I don't think so anymore. I think that type of mindset has died down spectacularly. I'm sure there's still some out there, but nowhere near what it was.
Of just like a comic book character, any comic book character being infallible, or
No, Batman
just
himself being
in
infallible.
particular. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe the Nolan verse is or not the Nolan verse, the Snyder verse has curbed those expectations.
No, that thing is donezo. Oh yeah, they screened Aquaman today for people on the DC lot.
Really?
One dude, his friend posted on his forum and he said it was pretty good.
Oh.
And to me, that's a way better thing telling than going, I loved it. It
Mhm.
was awesome. Yeah, no, that's way
that
better.
Blinded by fanboyism.
He just went, it's pretty good.
Is that even believable?
Two people
yeah.
on Twitter, they posted about it and said that they loved it. And ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, just keep watching.
All
Oh,
right.
The walking was problematic.
The waddle. Oh no.
Like the actual technical thingies coming out, that was alright.
Those are bones.
I'ma get you. I'ma get you.
Like I said, how you picture a live action Kool-Aid Man commercial.
Oh yeah.
That was not good.
Oh, gluttony waddle.
Oh yeah. When I saw that, I knew I had to watch it, and it was so bad.
I want off
So
this wild
bad.
ride. The Twitter post.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's funny is the anime reviewer, Mother's Basement. That says from his girlfriend. His comment I was watching was like, it's shit like this that made me give like an okay to watch the Deathflix movie.
So it's okay.
Wait, talking Full Metal?
No,
Yeah, the Full Metal. Deathflix. Deathflix is passable in comparison to what this is.
I see. Okay. And then the only other just minor news that I have is Marvel Comics is rebooting
Again for like the 18th time.
in the past 6
2
years.
years.
Why even read comics?
Yeah.
That's
There's no
I take
point
that
now.
back. Why read mainstream comics?
yeah.
They reboot every 2 to 4 years to get those
Yep.
new number ones because the new number ones sell more than any other issue more
Yep.
often than not. So they try to get those new number ones every 2 or 3 or 4 years. But for long
It's so
time readers,
stupid.
it's just a slap in the balls. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
It's really dumb.
Yeah, not Dark Horse. Who's it?
Image.
Is it Image? There's Brian has a comic out there. He's like kind of Spider-Man looking, like Spawn meets Spider-Man. I think it's Image Comics.
Spawn meets Spider-Man.
That sounds like some Image comic stuff.
I think it's Image, but yeah.
Image tends to do a lot of the superhero stuff, like Invincible.
Okay. Like Image, Dark Horse seems to be doing pretty well from what I've read. But
Indie comics are doing good.
they have a lot of licensed things too. But yeah, if you're gonna invest time and money into this thing, I actually read a thread a while ago on Twitter about how Marvel's kind of fucking over comic book shops as well with their distribution models, as far as purchasing the comics to sell in your store, and then the incentives and how they don't fulfill the incentives, and just they end up losing money and some having to actually close shop just because they bought into this Marvel package and then got fucked for it.
I mean, I would imagine that that really can't help, especially with the way like online purchases are leaning for comic aficionados nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like there's almost no real reason to buy hard copy unless you're a collector, in which case comic book shops are not where you want to go.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like a lot of the big. I mean, like I guess if you're collecting it, I guess there's collectors, which is like collecting the issues and keeping them pristine and what have you. But if you just kind of like want, say, like Civil War, if you want just the full story of Civil War, I bought the graphic novel version. Like I didn't buy individual issues. I just bought the full thing. So people will wait for that, and you're stuck having to just a bunch of extra issues of this comic.
Yeah, the old marketing medium of buying comics in the week to week, it's not really a thing anymore. Like that whole model of business is just dying, or is essentially dead already because online distribution has just murdered that.
Yeah. They like the one comic I'm reading right now is Critical Role. They have an Origins comic that's coming out, but I've been reading that on the Dark Horse app. They haven't sold physical.
Oh, really? Critical Role is on Dark Horse.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it's a prequel comic before the stream started.
Yeah, I've heard. I just didn't know Dark Horse had their hands in that.
No, they're the ones who are publishing it. It's not so much that they like they're just distributing it; they're actually publishing it too.
Okay.
But yeah, like digital seems to be kind of the wave of a lot of things: music, games, and what have you. Yes, shopping.
Literally everything.
Amazon.
Why go out if you don't need to?
Yep. Yeah. So that was like my only other little thing, and then before we go into Black Panther, which will be our main discussion, I did want to mention about the shooting that happened over the weekend, and I want to send like my condolences.
Terrible.
Yeah, I want to send my condolences and well wishes to the students of Florida, not just for what they went through, but actually with what they're doing,
what they're dealing with,
what they're doing about it. Like the activism that I've seen from these kids is like super inspiring.
Nah, they're being coached clearly.
I mean,
the GOP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're paid act. One of my favorite things that I saw. One of the students, like one of the main ones, got interviewed today by Wolf Blitzer, whatever the hell his name is, from CNN, and he asked him. He's like, "So, what is your response to the people thinking that you're, crisis actors or what have you?" Here we go. Cameron, what do you say to conspiracy theorists who say you're a paid actor? And then this student, Cameron, responded, "Had they seen me in our production of Fiddler of the Roof, they'd know that no one would ever pay me to act, ever."
You know what? That's a hell of a response.
Yeah, I'm like that is a sassy response, and I like it. And to me, just what they're doing in response to this horrible event to me is very inspiring. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
They
kids.
had the sit-in at the Florida committee meeting where they tried to put some, gun reform together, and that got destroyed.
They actually had like a town hall thing with Marco Rubio today, as well.
They had a sit-in with Trump today,
and as well, yeah. So just a lot of
Trump.
Oh, that did not go over well. It's not going over well at all.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is coming out of that. I mean, I encourage anyone who listens to go and look at what these kids are doing, and for anyone,
just read up on gun reform.
That, and I know there's I think more.
Or, you know what? No. Not this time, BG. Keep going.
Okay. I think on the 24th there's the school walkout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
that shit.
March 24th?
There's a Texas county or something that is like any student that does that is getting suspended.
So hopefully they get a lot of suspensions.
So some dude, or I think it was some woman on Twitter, was just like, do it, write an essay about it, and use it as your college application.
Yeah.
Facts, though. Wow. That would work.
Because, as all the people say, colleges are just liberal breeding grounds. So, you know what? They'll probably enjoy it. So yeah,
Oh, was that a joke?
yes, it was.
Wow. Wow. I could feel the tumbleweed.
What is that comedian's name?
Holy. That was
Dennis
nothing.
Leary. That's some Dennis Leary type crap.
Ooh, boy. I could hear
Whatever
the
was just said,
fly
I missed it.
buzzing.
My internet died.
Oh, good for you.
You know what? At least
Missed
you're laughing at
everything.
something. Just let-
Damn, BG's straight dying. What the fuck did I miss?
Oh, man.
I made a colleges are liberal like breeding ground joke, and BG and DA did not laugh. There was a beat.
He made a
Ooh.
quote unquote smart joke, and we didn't give a sh-
Oh.
Nah, we lowbrow over here.
So
and-
Mike made that 200 IQ joke.
and
Yep.
I was waiting for the next sentence to follow that, but he did an applause break.
I was
And-
actually looking up. I was trying to find the actual date for that walkout,
Ooh, okay.
Okay, nice save. Okay.
and I cannot find it in these 5 minutes. But look that up for those that are in high school and want to contribute to the discussion. Yeah. So, with that, Black Panther came out over this past weekend.
Black people are crazy.
I've seen so much stuff as far as like I know a teacher. I saw a thing like this teacher had a Black Panther mask on, and every student that walked in, they did the clap clap X chest bump for every student
Mhm.
that walked in. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff from fans that I've seen on Twitter and all over
It
about this
also
movie,
spawned one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen in life.
and that is
Cinemark is gonna start disallowing large bags into their theaters.
Yep.
I would assume because black people kept bringing in outside snacks because they didn't want to pay for it.
Sounds
and-
about right.
Liquor.
And somebody retweeted that with the post of Black Panther made $280 million in opening weekend and $17 in concessions. I got a hearty laugh.
oh, that is beautiful.
Oh, that's-
it was amazing.
That's fucking glorious. Holy shit.
$17 in concessions. Oh
Yeah, it was
boy.
great. So yeah, it spawned that at least for me.
It
That's
has
next
made,
level.
I think, more domestically than just about any other superhero movie from what I've seen.
It's already outgrows Justice League
yeah.
Yeah.
domestically in its opening weekend.
Yeah.
So that's Star Wars back though.
Yep.
Oh, that's a wrap, bruh. Oh, that's a Rizzy. That's been a Rizzy for like 6 months.
I know. It's still fun to think about.
So, yeah, it surpassed Justice League.
Quite
a few of the X-Men
tweet that I like
movies.
about Black Panther that I keep seeing is that people are calling for the renaming of Infinity War to just be Black Panther and Friends.
Would probably
The
make
only
more money.
movie domestically that had a bigger opening weekend than Black Panther superhero-wise was the first Avengers. It even beat Age of Ultron's opening weekend.
It's
Wow.
nuts.
Damn.
I know information like this for X reason.
So-
Like literally, there's no reason to know this information.
Fair.
So I have a question about this movie that I don't think anybody knows the answer to, and I haven't read anything on it. And it for the movie it makes sense, like just in general, why he wasn't there. But my question throughout some of the things that were happening throughout the movie, I'm like, where the fuck is Cap? He's there. He's in Wakanda. Where the hell is he? I feel like he'd be helping in some way, shape, or form.
Is he?
He's not in Wakanda.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
It
During
wasn't-
the events of Infinity War, he's wherever Black Widow and Vision is.
Isn't at the end of Civil War? Isn't that where him and Bucky are?
He's
No,
putting
he
Bucky to
takes-
sleep.
Yeah, he takes Bucky there, and he's like, "Will you look after him for me?"
Yeah, he's going back to do
and
more
then he
Cap
goes
things.
and breaks everybody out.
Yeah, Cap is doing like protecting quote unquote metas. That job.
That scene was after he broke everybody out.
It don't matter. He ain't sitting around in Wakanda.
Cap ain't sitting around Wakanda. Cap is doing like counter terrorism shit on his own time and dollar, essentially.
All right.
That's why he looks all rugged and shit in the Infinity War trailer. He's just off doing like guerrilla shit.
He's a vigilante through and through
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he's moral ground.
I was under the assumption he was in Wakanda.
No.
So yeah, that was just the one question I had when I was watching the movie. I mean, like, him being there and just saving the day would ruin basically a large point of the movie. But
could he save the day?
I don't know. But
As I haven't seen the movie yet, I have no idea.
okay. Do you care about spoilers?
No, I know the whole movie back to forward already.
Oh, okay. So, do we want to go back to forward, or forward to back to the movie, or do we just want to talk about things?
Just talk about things.
I want to ask a question before we even talk about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want the ratings before we talk about it,
Okay.
rather than at the end, because I'm curious about something.
I have mine.
Start with DA.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a surprise. Ooh, I'd give this like a 9.25. I really, really dug this movie, and I was sitting there thinking about it, like, I really, really started liking it the more that I kept thinking about it. Not like something like Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's just like a static. Yep, loved it. No problems. We're gonna keep rocking this. But this
So
is
it
just like,
grew
yeah,
on
I
you.
like this more and more and more. I walked out of it really, really liking it, but then I was just sitting there like, yeah, no, that was good, that was good, that was good, and ended up so yeah, like a 9.25.
That doesn't surprise me after reading you and Versus's back and forth tweets. So yeah, that sounds about right. What
That
about you,
bum
BG?
trying to freaking come step up in my house with freaking one of the best Marvel villains. He like, oh, you're not, homie.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, just for clarity,
I didn't
Versus
think none of this.
does not
Yeah.
like Killmonger as a character.
Did not.
Did
Until
not
you
does.
changed his mind.
I changed his mind a little bit, and he also saw a video that he linked me to and explained a little bit more of the subtle nuances of his character, and
Yeah,
it endeared him to him more.
he just viewed Killmonger as the overarching theme of the character rather than the character himself as just like the same Marvel like villain theme.
No,
So he
that
saw
was-
Killmonger as that and just
No, that's Ronan the Accuser.
Who?
Don't look at Ronan the Accuser and Killmonger in the same.
How can mothers say Guardians is one of the best Marvel movies when it's got the worst villain ever to come out of Marvel?
Because the dance off
in a
though.
movie.
The dance off though. That's why.
Is
I
there?
don't give a
I'm trying to think of is there a worse villain than him?
Malekith.
That's
Yeah,
like the only one that
Malekith.
comes to mind is Malekith.
Thor
Like
2.
Ronan had more screen time than Malekith, which is why Malekith is the worst of the
I
two.
still say Ronan the Accuser.
Really?
Not just because of my bias towards that movie. It was just
He wasn't good.
No, neither of them were good, but I agree with Malekith myself. But all right, BG,
yeah.
your
No,
thoughts?
it was a fun little conversation.
Save BG for last.
Oh, okay.
Him with
Alright.
his bull crap.
I would give it.
I love
Character.
that back and
You
forth.
gonna look at
I
me with
love it.
talking characters like I ain't gonna jump in there. Piss off.
Ooh, game might come out this weekend.
Ugh.
What?
Nah, you all right, Versus.
I would give it like an 8.5.
Justification.
I mean, I enjoyed it a lot.
Wasn't a fan of the darkies.
Ha ha ha.
Coulda
A little
used
too
more.
much color in this movie. You catch my drift.
Oh my.
The white balance was a little off. If you.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
I really only had two characters to relate to, and one of them died.
I was honestly a little upset that Andy Serkis's character died, but it made sense for the plot of the
He
movie.
ain't dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He ain't dead.
I-
That's Black Panther's Joker. He ain't gone.
All right,
Yeah, there's just no way.
I hope so, because I love Andy Serkis as a performer. I especially love Andy Serkis as a performer when he's not CG'd. He is very rarely in person in a movie.
It seemed like he was having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah,
role.
like he had like I loved his performance.
You can see my face.
I can't emote.
Yeah, but
All right.
overall, just like I mean, solid movie front to back. Basically all the characters were great.
Favorite character? No, we'll get into that. Never mind.
Yeah, that'll be after.
Yeah.
There like how would I describe this? There were my favorite Marvel movies tend to be when they like incorporate another genre pretty strongly into the superhero movie. This didn't do that, but I'd still actually put it up there, I guess. There's others I would put higher than it for sure, but overall, good stuff.
All right. Okay.
BG.
BG.
Drum roll, please. Don't
No,
drum
no.
roll.
I'm
Okay.
just not. Yeah, no. No.
This movie gets a 9 from me.
That's what I've been waiting to hear. I wanted to hear your review.
Oh boy!
Oh boy, I needed this so
Um,
bad.
Not because of Black Panther. That guy sucks.
Oh?
Yeah, I still don't. I walked out the movie. Did like Black Panther was a good. I'm like, no, everybody around him was good, and then he just kind of glommed on thanks to it.
I
And you
had
look
a
at it
feeling.
and you're like, oh, Black Panther's a good character. No, his sister is awesome, and it made him better. His attendant is awesome, and it made him better. His ex is awesome, and it made him better. What scene of just Black Panther being Black Panther was there where you're just like, Black Panther, though? Nothing. That guy
See,
is crap.
That's what
Yeah,
I have been
okay.
hearing,
You
is that
gotta
his
justify-
sister carried it.
You gotta justify a little bit of your hate because you like the movie after
I love the
after a
movie.
year plus of just completely opening up your butt cheeks and squirting all over it.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, cool.
So,
Still hate Black Panther.
does that
Still
Yeah,
mean?
get your little hate in there and
Yeah,
open
so-
up that wallet.
Yeah, there we
So,
go. All right,
Hold
so
on. Hold
Let
on.
me ask you something, DA, real quick. Would you say Black Panther is the worst character of the movie?
Ooh.
No.
That's
Who's
one of the
worse?
questions I wanted to ask.
I would say. Are we talking about real characters? Killmonger's girlfriend.
No, I'm not talking about them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about main and supporting cast.
I'd probably say Get Out.
He was awesome.
Sure, but I like Black Panthers more.
He had more screen time. That's all it was.
More time to relate to him.
I'll take a nice regal. What am I supposed to do? Big. How many times have I said I loves me a big dumb rule following lameo?
That's what
You know
T'Challa
this.
is.
But your
What
favorite
T'Challa is.
character poo-pooed on the rules. Doesn't mean I can't like them both.
Okay. That was
So,
actually one of the questions I wanted
so,
to
yeah.
ask, but BG.
I'm just sitting there like, oh, this movie good. Let this bastard tell me that this movie ain't good. Watch I slap him.
The whole thing was I had to like it more than WoWo. And my initial thoughts of WoWo was that I really liked it, just like my initial thoughts with this was that I really liked it. But upon, thinking about and watching WoWo again, I'm like, so I was like,
Yep.
I gotta think about and watch Black Panther again, and it's better. One of the best.
So you don't like
Legit
T'Challa
one
as a
of the
character.
No,
So
he's
what
trash.
was it that makes
some
it a good
Batman.
movie?
Shut up. He's fine.
Okay. That's what
BG.
you want out of your lead. Fine. And let Thor have just been fine.
He was for 2 movies.
Why
What?
there's so many shoes? Still a line that gets a laugh out of me.
Delete that.
Because of his sister.
So if the shoes weren't there, he wouldn't have had the lie. So it was because of what's her name putting the shoes in there. So we could just
You
follow the
spit
chain
on
of
me.
command back.
You spit on me. Yep, this is where we are.
What's your question, Ralph?
Yeah.
So the question I've been trying to ask is, I figured you would not like T'Challa. So what made the movie good to you? What was it that carried it through?
Everything else.
Everything else.
Okay.
I'm talking about the focus point though. Like what
the action
made you love
was
it?
not actually that good.
Yes, that I can
the,
agree
I've
with.
the
seen
final fight scene, I will go to my grave with "Stop making movies about he's me butt."
I will
That's a
say,
problem with
I-
comics
what-
in general, though.
What I would have liked is when Killmonger was going to the Black Panther restaurant, he was like, "Give me another one." It's just like, no, one per person. Give me another one. He's just like consumed like 6 of them. It's like, okay, maybe something going on there, but no, he got one, and then they both got the suit. It's just like, okay, he was better. The way that I took it, Killmonger is a better fighter, but Black Panther is a better Black Panther. He knows about the enhanced all this other bullcrap.
augmentation and
Yeah.
stuff.
So I don't. It's still just sort of. Plus, he had Shuri's. I believe that's her name.
Yeah, Shuri.
Her helps and stuff. Oh, she's so amazing.
The way
Let her have died.
Let her have died. I would be like, okay, you win, BG.
This movie,
This movie's irredeemable.
it would have been a 4. Like, legitimately, this is not a joke. It would have been a 4.
Because that would have been a fundamental misunderstanding of such a great character. But it was just going, Because at the end, where Killmonger is walking towards, I'm just like, I'm out of here. Do it, and I'm gone.
I was talking to a friend about the movie. She was like, yeah, if she would have died, I would have walked out the theater.
It would have been over.
That would have been it. There's no need to ever see this again.
Like, okay, this movie just
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Yup.
the
We went from in Homecoming to Ragnarok to Infinity War. And there was nothing in
Nothing in
between.
between.
who's that guy who has that army? It doesn't exist.
You want
He,
some popcorn? You thirsty?
he was somebody from Civil War, I guess.
Wakanda,
All
huh?
right. Okay. All right. This is I'm
Cooler
okay.
or something. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't care.
Yeah, basically every fight scene, save for the Korea chase that wasn't in a Black Panther suit, was decent. Like
I like the waterfall.
the ritual fight scenes were good, is what I'm saying. I'm
If it
saying
wasn't in a Black Panther suit,
exactly when
No, I like the big rhino fights. I love the cape. The cape was awesome.
Okay, the technology and stuff surrounding it was awesome, but it's a lot of just like swinging back and forth.
yeah, like and like some of the CG was a little not
Okay,
great. Like
the CG
the
fight
Spider-Man
between-
money.
yeah,
Yeah, the CG fight where they're on the that train track.
yeah, it's not great.
No.
No,
Yeah, it's not
No.
great.
the other world was good. I like the effects of the other world, the spirit world.
Oh yeah, that was really.
Yeah, that was good. But yeah,
That fight, no.
yeah.
No, that train fight scene. That's like one of the scenes I saw shared, and I was just like, "Huh."
BG.
Yes, it's not great, but it comes literally at the end, and
Yeah.
you've already made up your mind about this movie.
So BG,
Yeah.
I have a question for you. Just we were talking about if Shuri died, people would walked out. If Everett Ross would have gotten killed.
I would have been cool with it.
Really? Okay.
I like Martin. I love him. And I like Everett. But if it's your time to go, it's your time to go, homie.
Okay.
Even though him and Black Panther are like Batman and Robin.
Hmm.
It would have been like, okay, you know, Marvel's going for something.
Yeah.
Shuri would have died. Nope, you're done. Because here's the problem. Shuri dying does absolutely nothing.
yeah.
Black Panther already wants. Now, his mother could have died. I could have saw that. But
Mhm.
Shuri, no.
Yeah, if he would have just walked in the throne and just blown her head off, but Shuri was out there on the battlefield, just like, look, she was a warrior. She died in battle. But if she was just like, I'm an old lady knitting, and he just pushed her over and stomped on her neck, it's like, whoa.
Okay.
Jesus.
So yeah.
So go ahead.
I assume Shuri is gonna die in Infinity War.
No, don't say that.
Do you want?
Dude, I
Do you
just
want
want
to know-
one scene of Stark, her, and Banner.
Thank you.
Just jargoning at each
Thank
other.
you.
I-
That would be
Add
the
Parker.
best
Add
thing.
Parker.
Do you want to know what happens in the Infinity War comic?
Please tell.
Comics doesn't matter.
Please tell.
Oh, she big dies.
Comics don't matter.
How big dies? How what's
She
how does
died.
she go?
You know that those people that are taking the stone out of Vision's head,
Yeah.
they kill her.
Oh.
Well, good thing that's not gonna happen in the movie. Because that'd be dumb.
Why would it? Be
And if
dumb?
not, you better be like, all right, here we go. Soul Stone revived. There we go. No problem. No consequences. Dragon Soul.
I read that manga too.
Oh boy.
Okay.
People are woman crushing and man crushing on M'Baku. That is like the other thing that I've seen. I've seen the love for Shuri, and then just people just mad crushing on. Do you guys know M'Baku?
Bodyguard, right?
No, he's the lead of the.
You talking about Man Wolf or whatever that bastard's name is? I don't give a shit about Black Panther.
Yeah, in the comic,
Man Ape.
in the comics,
Man
yeah,
Ape.
Man
There
Ape.
you go.
Man
I don't-
Ape.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of.
yeah. It's a
They don't
legit
say
name.
that in the movie, but that's who he is.
And screw him. Yeah, I don't care about Black Panther.
He
yeah.
has some of the best jokes in the movie.
Yeah.
But Shuri though.
Yeah, but sure though.
So.
Yeah, you know.
And
It was sort of like at the same time me and VG sort of leaned towards each other, just like I love her.
It was so early.
It was so early. She's so amazing.
It was so early. Dude, without her, this movie would have been like.
It would have
7.5.
gone significantly down.
Significantly. One character bumped it 1.5 points for me. That's unprecedented.
She's probably my favorite Marvel character, just completely overall.
Oh shit!
She's absolutely amazing.
You know, either her or Peter are gonna be crushing on the other.
When
Oh,
Black
God.
Panther was getting thrown off the waterfall, I didn't feel for him. I'm just like, oh no, sure he's sad. Stop doing this to me and her.
Yeah, when she pulled out, I think for me, like what sold it for me liking her was when she pulled out the memes.
What?
are
Those. I was like, oh, okay.
Dude,
I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah.
He what happens is he comes from a completely hard, like dangerous, life-threatening mission, and then she just roasts him.
Yeah.
Really?
She don't
Oh.
have fingers, and she roasts the shit out of him. They're having this big old ceremony for him to become king, and she's like, "Can we wrap this up? I'm ready to go."
He comes down to the lab and she's like, ah, my king. Oh, she's so amazing.
Oh yeah, the sneakers line. the sound, the shoes don't make any sound. I call them sneakers.
You see, because they
You see,
sneak it.
because you sneak it. Just greatness.
kick it.
It's not that hard. No, you come into my lap.
The last two Marvel movies have introduced like the two best side characters to ever be in Marvel movies.
It's ridiculous.
Korg and Shuri.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, Cork can die. I don't care.
Sure
Nah,
No.
Why don't you back that up? a
Yeah,
little?
yeah. fuck you, good sir.
A side character has to die in Infinity War.
Korg needs to live.
Korg will probably go
Korg.
because it's a director.
Okay, yeah, that's
he's
what I'm
he's
saying.
gone. Yeah.
Okay, but it's not gonna be a Spider-Man one choice where they're hanging up on a bridge and choose.
No, it'll just happen.
Go into this theater for Shuri. Go into this theater for Korg. Left.
Yes, sir. Boy, that Korg theater is gonna have 7 people. There's gonna be standing room only in that Shuri one.
Fucking 4 of them gonna have Confederate flags.
Oh Jesus. Oh.
make theaters great again.
Those are the people that probably got.
Wakanda never.
Those are the people that probably got. That got really uncomfortable when fucking M'Baku's tribe were barking at Everett.
Oh.
Dude, that shit was hilarious.
I found that funny. I'm just like, there are probably some white people in here that are uncomfortable by this. Like, in the scene in general is they're petitioning to M'Baku to help them take Wakanda back from Killmonger, and then Everett is with them, and he tries to say something, and just basically M'Baku and the entire tribe just start going woof 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 like at him, just shuts him up, and there's like, you have no voice here, do not speak again. I was just like, oh,
Or I'll feed you to my children.
yeah.
Pause for like 20 seconds. We're vegetarians.
That was pretty funny. He just starts to laugh. I liked it when like they're having that whole emotional talk after they revive T'Chaka, and then he's just like, all right, can we finish this up? Like, seriously, get the fuck out.
Oh!
God.
Everybody was pretty. Black Panther, you suck at that one. Y'all truly do not understand the depths of my hatred for Black Panther.
What's the number one reason for that, though, still? Like, after this movie where he's apparently done with some decency.
You know why? Because the Black Panther on screen is not Black Panther.
Oh?
It's like how the Justice League Batman isn't Batman.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can say, "Oh, the T'Challa I see on screen is good." What are you talking about? Sure, they adapted him in a way that takes out all his boringness, all his "I am a king and I do the kings," and that's you. Nobody gives a shit. Screw you.
That's the
I
triple
have a
X version
contingency
of Black
plan
Panther.
for Thanos. Shut up.
Him doing the kings.
I read a comic panel yesterday where he was hitting on Storm, and I just shook my head the entire panel.
They were married.
Yeah, they were married.
And he annulled the marriage because he can, because he's the king.
Yeah.
I'm bored of you, wench. Be gone from me.
Be gone, thought.
That's y'all hero though.
That's y'all hero though. That's who everyone's raving
your
about
mans? All right.
Hail to the king, baby.
now. Wow. That hate though. My God.
So I actually did enjoy too, like how they. Well, I'm not sure if it was based off of designs in the comics, but I actually liked the design of the city itself of the.
Wakanda?
Yeah,
The main city?
yeah.
Oh, you mean the giant palace and then the one street they have?
No, it's not that
They
one-dimensional.
did walk
Please.
by this one basket shop like twice.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about
No.
like the fly-through scene where it showed all the
Yeah, the
buildings.
flyover was really good.
Yeah, they hide
Yeah.
from the world because the king demands, and then I'm gonna be the one with diplomacy, sucker.
But yeah, it was just like trying to imagine what a city would be without European influence. And and then the two lines from Shuri. Oh, you brought another broken white boy for me to fix. And then whenever first wakes up, she's like, "Hello, Colonial."
You scare me. Don't scare me, colonizer.
Or colonizer, that's it, sorry.
So
Sorry,
good.
missed that saying.
Oh, this bastard! What is wrong with you? So, BG, it's I don't care about this movie. Before the movie, we used the rock, paper, scissors to see who refills the drink and popcorn if needed. And I turned to BG, like, because we got in there a little late. I turned to BG, like, all right, let's rock, paper, scissors.
After your story.
Yeah, I don't need to hear this. Right, so we rock, paper, scissors. He's like, no, I'll go do it. I don't give a shit about this movie. So he gets up and to walk away right as T'Challa goes to talk to Forrest Whitaker, and he starts explaining his entire backstory. BG just gets up and walks the out. I'm like, this is important stuff here. What's going on?
Oh, it's just gonna be some family talk.
BG just came out of it. You missed a lot.
Now, DA, why were we late to this movie?
Why? Okay. here's what happened.
Here's
Oh,
the thing.
we got off the bus. We were about 7 to 8 minutes early.
Fairly early, but I went to Target, go get some snacks to sneak into the movie theater in my big bag.
You
Totally
Nell-Duer, you.
And I got caught up a little bit.
Caught up in what, DA?
My vices. I have vices.
What were
and
your vices
We all
this
have
time?
vices. Nobody's. What are we pointing fingers here? What are we
Yes,
shaming people?
I'm
I don't
pointing a
appreciate
finger
that,
at you, and I'm
personally.
shaming you for why we missed a
There's some
preview.
trailers.
I wanted to see the
Oh
preview.
wow, trailer.
Anyway, why were we very, very late? DA.
There is a certain game that I'm playing called One Piece Treasure Cruise, and they're having a big event in 2 days, and I was simply wondering what I would do about that.
So he
And
stopped.
and
In
when
the-
and when I am engaged in something, it's not a 1, it's not a 9, it's always a 10, and this was a 10.
So he stopped. He's basically across the street from the theater. He stopped and just looks at his phone for about 8 minutes.
It wasn't for like 8 minutes. There was also a fairly long line of like 3 people.
A long line for
It
what?
was like an old lady in front of the cash registers.
Bruh. By the time you walked in the theater, it was 4 minutes after the movie started. The trailer started. We got there
It was
8
also
minutes.
kind of cold, so I was walking slower.
We got there 8 minutes before.
Oh, so you're walking at 1.5 normal human walking speed
Oh
then.
my god! Yeah, we get it. I walk fast. We got it,
Oh,
everyone.
Do we though? You were still
no,
late
not
with your
for me.
flash walk.
He was late because he stopped and stared at his phone.
I have a lot to consider, and if I screw up, I'm gonna quit this game, and I want to make the right decision because I really like this game.
And this is the time to do it. 8 minutes before our movie starts.
You brought this up. You didn't need to bring this up. You just put me on Front Street. I
You could have did it
appreciate
at any time. Well, you do it 8 minutes before the movie starts.
Could do it while you're watching the
The
trailers.
news came out that day, BG. I
Okay.
was still processing
While we
it.
were in the theater,
BG.
you could have been while the previews
No,
were going.
there's a mad old white dude next to me. I didn't
Boy.
want him to be like, yep, I figured. And he gonna tell all his old white friends, like, hey, this black dude that in this black movie, yeah. I don't want to be a
Okay.
story to this dude.
Okay. Why can you do it inside the theater? Not the actual screening. Inside the theater.
Are you asking for rationale over a mobile game?
Yeah, I'm
I got
about to
nothing for
like.
you. I got nothing for you, homie. What do you want from me?
You are.
You know me. How many days have you sit here watching me sit there in that chair with my head down for some 16 hours? How many days have you watched me do that? Come on, you acting like this is something special.
But you weren't playing or anything. You were just looking at information.
Exactly.
You could have information and walked.
Yeah, I was in front of the
Children,
theater,
don't
and I just sort of
information and walk.
stopped. I just sort of stopped. You just not thinking about things. I got my podcast going. I'm not like, yeah, Black Panther. I'm like, okay, this day has this. We're past this. Jesus Christ.
I don't think BG's passed it.
No, he's not.
Would have loved to see those previews. Well, I know they showed Carnage during the Venom preview. They did. Because we saw the Venom preview and it was. It's still nothing. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy bejeebus, that movie's gonna suck balls.
But that Spider-Verse, though.
Yeah,
Spider Verse
that-
is looking good. It's animated kind of weird right now.
No, I didn't mean that movie, which does look good. I just meant that Sony's
Oh,
trying to
the
create a
Spider-Verse?
Spider-Verse. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the response I was expecting. Your first one confused me for about 2 seconds. Anything else we want to talk about in Black Panther?
No, T'Challa is crap.
So what
No,
was
he's
the
not.
what was the amount that you bet?
We really don't know.
I didn't write an
We'll have to go
amount.
back. But you know what?
Just subtract whatever from what I'm gonna lose for when Roman Reigns is just banned all over everybody's faces at WrestleMania.
Roman Mania.
At Roman Reigns.
WrestleMania might as well be. Gonna be getting that for the next 15 years.
So this Sunday, the Elimination Chamber happens, and it's for the #1 contendership for the Raw title to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And who's one of the participants? Oh, it's Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns. And DA understands how this works. He understands the machine.
Oh, yeah.
You knew the
It's pretty
game
fucking
before
obvious.
you walked in here.
You see, what happened was DA made a bet on hope. And when
Yep.
it comes to the WWE, you
There
don't
can
make
be
a
no
bet
hope.
on hope. You make a bet on cogs.
Yeah.
Cogs in the machine.
Yep.
And that's what I did. Roman Reigns. Knew it a year out.
There's logic and there's emotion.
And you went pure
And
emotion.
it's just like
Please don't
Dragon
do
Ball
this.
Super is great because of my childhood and nostalgia. But is it? But these things that make it. No, my childhood, great, good, and I'm just sitting there just going, they wouldn't do that. They're not stupid.
Roman's not working. They see it. Yeah. Okay, DA.
Logic versus emotion.
But it's Super
Um,
Saiyan Silver Hair though.
Oh, you mean Super Saiyan Blanco?
I'm.
You mean Toriyama tracing?
Yes.
Plagiarizing himself.
Yep.
And
Yes, he
fans
is.
are eating it up. Okay, there's a screenshot of Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku in Xenoverse, and people were like, "He looks really good in Xenoverse." It's just Goku with white hair. What are you talking about?
Yep.
You people
That's Super Saiyan Blanco
fools!
or something Blanco.
Half Ultra Instinct looked better,
Yes.
and it was still lazy.
You know why? Because it was a state as opposed to a transformation. It was just a
this is
frame
just-
of mind.
This is just Super Saiyan God with silver hair. It's
Yep.
just- why?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I saw that in the morning, like right when I woke up. And I'm like, okay, this is just some dumb fan art that people are doing. I get retweets and all that. It's like, oh, this is big official. Oh no. Yeah. So
Yep.
we're gonna be getting that. Not this week, but next week, and then I think there's 2 more weeks after that, and then it's just good night.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Moon. And it could be no better. You know what's funny? People are like, I'm gonna miss this series. Here's the thing. Do y'all think Super is going to be looked back on unfavorably?
Looked back as
Unfavorably. Because right now everybody's
Unfavorably.
like, oh,
As a whole, absolutely.
yes.
Because what was accomplished?
Goku got 4 more transformations.
Goku got 4 more
They
transformations.
introduced 2 of the
They
greatest.
met a god. Frieza came back. Useless tournament. Trunks ruined his life.
Yeah.
Useless tournament. They killed a couple trillion people that we don't care about, and they're
Oh.
going to be wished right back.
Since we're talking about Super and this is near the end, and we've already given our ratings and everything for Black Panther, for the Tournament of Power, why didn't somebody just become an apprentice of the Kai? Because the apprentice of the Kai can use healing.
Quote unquote.
No, he can't.
And-
Kibito can heal people.
In the
Wait, didn't-
in the manga,
No, Kibito in Z heals people. He healed Gohan at the tournament.
yes, but that was never established in the anime if it was just his power or if it was an apprenticing. In the Super manga, yes, I would agree with you. In the Super anime, I have no fucking clue.
Okay, whatever. It's canon.
I
Both
I
anime-
can't say that.
Both, no, both anime and manga are canon.
Yeah. It's retarded. It's
So-
actually stupid how this
so-
works.
I'm going with this. Why didn't somebody just do that?
No clue.
Because dramatic effect, though.
We're gonna have a big Dragon Ball wrap up.
Here's something else.
And I prefer you to questions.
You have to undergo something to become a Supreme Kai. Why can Zamasu use the time ring? Because only Supreme Kais can. He never underwent what he needed to do to become a Supreme Kai. Why can Black use it? He's not a Supreme Kai.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Also,
Save it.
why are there only one Supreme Kai for each of the other universes when there were four in ours?
But there's
Christ.
You're wrong. You're wrong, Mike. 'Cause
Am I-
there's 4 Supreme Kais everywhere. I guess Majin Buu just wiped them out too, even though
Oh.
only one other universe should have Majin Buu.
I'm so-
What a series! What a terrible, balls-licking, awful series!
I'm
You
so
pieces
blissfully
love
unaware.
this.
I did not know. Thank you for enlightening me, BG. Now I
Holy-
know.
I'm glad you like Z, Mike.
I do like Z still. All right.
This super wrap up is going to be super long.
Do you,
It might legit be longer than our in every character in Danganronpa.
DA, I'm gonna need you to pull that list out.
I can make a list.
Listen,
Oh,
what-
Jesus Christ.
The facts.
Okay, facts.
Oh.
BG, you haven't picked in a while. You know what?
about you
Whoever's
pick?
in the chat, pick a number, quick. Whatever number I see first.
Yep.
Okay. So
Gonna take a few seconds
Between
for that to work
1
out.
and 100.
while they're picking
Pick a number.
potential Luigi DLC coming out, and Luigi's always great for Super
For
Mario Odyssey.
oh, lovely.
7.
7.
7. Let's see, 7.
Thanks,
Oh,
Amber.
In Germany, you are allowed to drive your car naked if the mood takes you that way, but you're not allowed to get out of it naked.
Huh.
That's weird.
I would if I were
Boy,
to get
you
pulled
are
over,
saluting
I
with the
would
wrong
take
arm.
I would just take off all my clothes just cuz it's legal. All right, thank you everybody for tuning in.
No, but why would you? It's like, oh, it's kind of warm today.
It's
Yeah, you just just driving on the autobahn. You decide, yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
but-
It's kind of nice.
Okay, but you gonna have your whole butthole on your car seat.
If you,
Here's a question.
if you throw something down on the car seat,
Does
you're
this
fine.
does this apply to convertibles?
No.
Yeah.
Here's
Oh,
something
that's
for
a
you.
Good question.
Yeah, you're still in the car. A cop pulls you over. They tell you to get out the car.
Yeah, or
You have to dress. So you have to be rummaging around. You
Well-
can shoot the
Bland.
cop.
I guess that comes down to the fact that there's not as much of that shit over there. So
You can
in
stab him.
Germany.
Surviving and weapons.
All right.
If y'all don't know,
You just have shurikens shaped like swastikas.
oh my god.
Thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the podcast
Oh
stuff.
my god.
Move like shadows.
We will see you
Like,
a red shadow.
maybe next week. Who knows? Maybe
if we don't get banned, who knows?
Who knows? Maybe we'll petition it like that fucking one Twitch guy. All right.
Phantom Lord.
See you everybody.
Swastika drive by.
Throw-bys, you mean? Later, everybody.